So, yeah, a nice day at work because you've actually got something to do. Because I've had 3 days off, and before that, I had like those 5 days off, and I would have been doing stuff. I would have been playing a certain game that would have been out by now. I'd be head first into that, but no. For the past 3 days, I've been
Yeah,
sat on my ass doing nothing because nothing interests me at the moment because I've got my laser focused on just one game I want to play, and nothing else will satisfy until it comes out.
yeah, I'm just killing time now till Cyberpunk 2077.
Like I said, like these past, well, almost the past week when I've not been at work, it has just been a living purgatory of just sat despondently at my desk, just thinking, oh, shall I play this? No, I'm not in the mood. Shall I watch this? No, I'm not in the mood. What am I going to do? I'm just going to sit here and watch some useless YouTube. I'll just watch these two boring Brits being absolutely shit on PUBG. I'll watch that.
Let's do La Bedita, the
La,
place in the crater, coming up on our
la
right.
Bedita.
Yeah, but it just goes to show that having a work to do or a purpose in life is important, really, because it's
Really is.
otherwise you're just going to go off the rails like a lot of famous people do.
Yeah, it really is down to their lifestyle why they're so weird. To be
Yeah.
sure.
Well, I think when you got, if you're like rich and famous, probably the first few years where you're enjoying doing whatever you want, but after a while, it's like you've done all of the interesting stuff, and it's just like, what do I do now to entertain myself? Coke,
Even even
alcohol.
small, yeah, even small tasks like, oh, I've got the dishes to do, I've got to do my washing, just simple things like that. They've got the servants to do that shit,
Yeah.
so that's taken away from them. They really are just sat around bored.
And I think that's why they go off the rails. It's like, well, I need to find stuff to do in my life. Well, it's that natural progression of harder to harder things. I mean, I used to be content with beers, then it was wine,
Now it's
now it's
crack.
the Kraken. It's like, what's next? Is there anything stronger than vodka? Possibly.
I
Maybe.
suppose it's the same with pornography. So just seeing like just a pair of tits out of focus back in the 90s on Channel 4 was good enough for me back then.
Well, that's
But
it. It used to be. Red Letter. Uh, was it no Red Shoe Diaries
Red
on
Shoe
Channel
Diaries,
5's?
David Duchovny,
Yeah, that was sufficient. Now I want Bang
which
Brothers.
actually, yeah, which actually had there was one episode that had Denise Crosby in it, or yeah, Denise Crosby who played Lieutenant Tasha Yar from TNG the first season.
I've heard that before. I don't recall watching her on
I
that.
watched it, and funnily enough, like the person she was doing it with also was in like an episode of TNG. So watching that episode of TNG back is quite disturbing now.
It's like a Picard
It
dream
was
slash fantasy episode.
it was old. You watched Prison Break, yeah?
Yeah.
It was Teabag.
T- he was banging her.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a creepy motherfucker in that
Hmm.
show. In
Yeah.
fact, he became completely typecast after that because he was in
Yes.
quite a few films and was just teabagging all of them.
He was, yes, in Heroes. He was the exact same character for like the last season, and yeah, just whatever else he's in, he's typecast as Teabag. You're right. That was it's just a bizarre thing to actually watch. I'm sure it's on it's probably on Pornhub. Go and look.
Uh, it'll be in all of those things. Don't normally frequent Pornhub though. It's more xnxx.com for me.
Oh, that sounds like far too hard to actually write in the search bar.
Brevity. It's easier to type that than it is Pornhub, but then
Well, not really, because I just have to push P on my thing and it comes up.
good old browser history / cookies. It's when your mum uses your Amazon account to buy something for herself and it's just full of flashlights and Pornhub and shit like that, and you're like,
I can't say I've actually bought a flashlight. And the main thing that puts me off is the fact I'd have to clean it afterwards.
the lazy man's,
Yeah.
sex. I prefer prostitutes. I don't have to clean them afterwards. Just let them do it. They're self-cleaning devices.
Just let them queef it out themselves. Oh, so I did start this conversation on boredom at work, but it soon gravitated to porn. That didn't take long.
Well, that's boredom at work for you. That's certainly
Well, I can't say-
my old job. The devil made hands for the devil made hands. The devil makes hands for idle workers.
It makes devil hands.
Yeah, and they do crazy things. Yeah.
Where are we actually?
Night shifts
we're
of boredom.
Just outside. The only problem is next week I'm on for the next 2 days, and then I'm off again for another 5 days. And the game's still not out next week, so I'm just gonna be so bored. And I'm still waiting on this new monitor. It's not come
Can
yet.
I ask you about that? That's not arrived yet, then.
No, it's not even been sent yet.
Oh,
Is that
incoming.
you?
Yes, because I prominently displayed myself. But I
You
don't.
on Pornhub.
That was to the northwest.
Find me some stairs.
I don't have anything scoped.
I do, but
No, I hear
Windows.
something. That's a bot.
Oh, you got him, did you?
No.
Ah, you got him.
Yeah. That's a bot. Just stood there. Didn't do anything. Got a 416 on it if that's what you want.
Did he die straight away?
Yeah.
Mate's gone then. No, I'm alright. I've got an AK and a Vector. I just need a decent mag for the Vector.
I found an Uzi with a load of ammo and an extended mag all in one place.
But yeah, it's going back to that. My monitor hasn't arrived yet, and it keeps on saying you'll get an email when this thing is being dispatched. That's been 5 days now. That's not right.
Maybe they sold out on it all and they're just waiting for new stock.
When I bought it, there was 3 left in stock, and then when I looked again, there was 2 in stock, then none in stock. So mine was the 3rd one, but it's still not been dispatched yet. So I'm definitely going to just have to phone them up, because I've gone to their automatic assistant bot thing, and it just says, "Are you looking at this product?" "Yes, I'm looking at this product. We'll let you know when it dispatches," which is basically all it says on the main page anyway. I was like, "Oh, thanks for that."
Oh well, you could always cancel it and go somewhere else to get, like on Amazon or something, to get the same thing.
I got it from Amazon.
Oh, okay. Well, they
That's what I
often
mean.
just get through the subsidiary companies, so...
That's what I assume it is. But then I looked it up, and it is a subsidiary, but it's a subsidiary of Amazon itself. It's an Amazon company.
Okay. I
And
don't
it's
know.
based in London, so it's not like it's all that far away. So I've no idea what's going on with it.
Yeah, it'd just be a stock issue. They ain't got none. Either that or the... Well, in fact, no, I can't see why they'd keep it back for Black Friday stuff. It's just got to be a stock issue, I'd imagine. They just ain't got none.
Or else some random driver has gone and raced off with it. That seems to be the...
Well, if that was the case, it would say it was dispatched, and then just never arrives.
Well, maybe they have to do security checks on all their drivers now to pat them down and all sorts. Are you carrying like a 43-inch television in your back pocket? Yes, you are. Come with me, please.
Yeah, I'll
The
take that.
the rush of stories now.
A rash of stories.
The rush of stories of Amazon drivers with the PS5s.
Oh
Just
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I think the thing is with a lot of Amazon drivers is they're either independents or they're subcontractors of places. I've seen people turn up with I've never seen anybody turn up with an actual Amazon liveried van. I don't think there are any, but
Uh,
I know there was a well when I lived down in Kent there was a certain company whose van would always turn up. Um, round here it seems to be it's quite a hot woman that turns up to deliver my stuff sometimes. More often than not, it's just complete randos in a van of some description that turns up. Ranges
Rando
from
van.
quite a new van that they're probably renting to some shonky, rusting transit van that is clearly their own, and they bought it for £100 and earning some bucks on the side doing deliveries.
You get that a lot with the Yodel drivers when they turn up to
Oh,
work. They have got some proper bangers. They have. This one guy turns up and his entire left hand side is completely caved in
yeah,
and didn't actually speak a word of English as well, which was hilarious.
I've
Really was.
heard lots of incredibly bad stories of that company, and I've had a couple of bad instances with them where stuff just hasn't turned up.
Buzzing through them. These
But
guys are
to
big,
some
big
degree,
lads. So
we the public have only got ourselves to blame for that because we constantly demand the cheapest delivery for stuff, and companies will always go for the uh, the companies that are cheapest to run. So
oh yeah,
we demand the cheapest delivery, and we sure as hell get the cheapest delivery. Whereas if we actually want to pay more, I mean, for example, DPD, when I get the option through delivery to get that company, they've been absolutely spot on because they'll give you a 1 hour window to that they'll deliver that thing, and it's always within that window. And I've had all sorts of stuff from all sorts of different companies come through from them. There's an M249 here if you want that.
now I've got an SKS and a
Oh,
kitted out Vector, so I'm all good.
I've got an SKS as well. I'm not going to take it.
All I need is a better helmet. Actually, I've only got a level one.
But yeah, DPD top notch. Yodel, no.
Well, I mean, I probably have had deliveries from DPD, but I have no idea.
And they're always in liveried vans. The drivers are always wearing uniform in the sense that they've got at least a fleece or a polo shirt on. It's all good.
Yeah, like the old Yodel delivery driver we used to have that come to work. He was the swarthiest, Latino dago I've ever seen. Comes in, even talks like a bandido. Like our our old boss was called Andy West, but when he turned up, he goes, "Ah, West, you want some tequila?" Ugh."
I got your parcels here, boss man.
Here you are, boss man.
Well, I knew in my old place I'd clearly made a name for myself in the kebab shop when they'd turn up, and there was normally a few different delivery drivers, but there was one particular guy who was a bit more frequent, and I suspect he actually worked in the shop as opposed to just being the pickup person. But he'd always come up, and if it was him, he'd be like, "Oh, here you go, boss man. Here's your food. You having a good day?" And he'd, after the first few deliveries, and then I'd clearly made a name for myself to order at least twice a month from them. He'd stop and have a very brief conversation. Have your good food. Hope you enjoy it. Have a good weekend. And it's like,
How apropos, I've actually got a little anecdote talking about delivery drivers and kebabs.
go on.
So it was the other day I ordered a kebab from a local place, which I've ordered from many, many, many times before. My big old mixed kebab and chips. Waited the customary 45 minutes. Nothing yet. Okay, that's odd. It's usually early. Hour down the road, uh, start putting the email in. My food is late. Hour and a half late. Right, that's it. I'm phoning up, and the guy says it's been delivered, mate. No, it hasn't. Yeah, yeah, it's been delivered. Woman at the door with two cats. Took it off driver's hands. I don't have two cats. Oh yeah, you do. Because I went to your house, number 28, and what they've done
Oh,
is,
no, carry on.
what they've done is my road connects onto another long road, which also has a 28 on it, and they'd gone past my house and gone to that one, and this bitch had just not even said a word, just took my food off the driver's hand and said, "Yeah, thanks, mate," and that was it.
Level 2 helmet here.
Ooh.
That is something I just do not get.
Yeah,
Is where someone would bring food to your door, and you'd go, yeah, I'll take that. And then,
yeah,
it, it's probably more a case of I'm more concerned that it would be something that I don't like. But then,
yeah.
I suppose it's a special kind of person that would take the food anyway because oh it's free food, yeah I'll take that mate, and then just take a gamble on whether or not A there's any repercussions on you, which there probably isn't really, but also is that going to be food you actually like? Because if you don't like it, well you're just going to sling it straight in the bin.
My bigotry for low-income housing is going to come out again because it was delivered to a terraced house, a proper old terraced house back in the days of the coal mines.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna call you out ever so slightly, and I don't think these days you can really judge the occupancy by the style of house.
I judged the occupant by nicking my kebab.
But yes, I do recall a new build housing estate that I lived on that had social housing on there, and the social housing was at the front of the estate, and there were quite like 3 or 4 story flats, I suppose, and well, the social housing was just full of detritus out the front of them, music
Yeah,
blaring out of them, and yet the
usually a
houses
washing
opposite,
machine.
which were exactly the same, were, well kept and not blasting out music.
Yeah, so it reminds me of that social housing street that was built back in Toontown, like it was quite close to my old house at Folder Avenue. That was named Home Close, but was soon scrubbed out and renamed Scum Close.
Home close, which one? I remember there being Hill View, which was always supposed to be
Yeah, it's not Hillview.
the
This,
the, the badasses lived
uh,
on there.
St Joseph's Church. You know where that is.
Well, the name rings a bell, but I can't. I
But
can't
you know
picture
where
it.
you know where St Joseph's School is, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Edith Morehouse. It's right next to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was a very nice looking place until the occupants moved in, and as you say, detritus extraordinaire.
Oh, I think I might have mentioned this on the travels video, but the the small RAF village I used to live on and left in 1988 um, is a very small, very quaint little brick village of married
How
quarters.
quaint!
But when I went to visit it back in October, it was a particularly run-down Mad Max style place, where one of the first things that greeted me is when you drove into the village, you come around the corner and there's a little brick bus shelter there, and
There's a guy in a hockey mask giving it. Just walk away. Just walk away.
somebody had daubed on the side, such and such at number 34 whatever street is a child molester, and you're like, ah, I'm in that kind of town now, am I? And
Like I said, a friend, like I said to you the other day, a friend of mine. Well, more of an acquaintance or ex workmate who I went out drinking with a couple of times. turned out to be a child molester. He got, put in jail for 14 years just the other day. It takes all sorts, I suppose.
It does, but that's a slight deviation from our original topic of housing and how they look. But I take your point. It is valid. I will not invalidate you.
Well, I think you're the one that started by saying you can't judge a housing estate by its detritus.
No, I said you can't judge a housing estate by the type of housing, whether it's a terrace, semi-detached. My house is technically a terrace, and none of the people that I live with appear to be unpleasantries.
M249 here.
And a scope. I've got an M24, but no, I've just got a canted red dot sight.
Well, you might as well get rid of that piece of shit then. There's no use to you.
I might get a lucky headshot from afar. Well,
those shooties.
I was about to say we've not seen a single person, but we saw a bot earlier.
I was shooting at west, I think, maybe up in those buildings up there. Head that way. One thing that has actually kind of got me through the last couple of days, and that was just hanging about in the. Here's a shout out to the Among Us Pros Discord channel.
How so?
Well, it's because I'm just sat there absolutely bored out of my mind, and I'm just going to go in here and just talk the shit with these guys, and it certainly did pass the time. So that was worthwhile. Also, shout out to them.
Good. That's something I've never really made much use of. Like just Discord groups where people just get together and just talk. I mean, I've only ever used this to chat as we are now, when for gamer purposes. There's been a couple of times where I've joined you and perhaps Lady Dragon Fury whilst watching a game, and I've just sat back and there's players.
Yeah.
Come here.
Stay still, little bugger. Stop moving around like a dick. Gone down now.
Yeah.
Just get away. Hey, shouts out to Lady Dragon Fury as well, the beautiful and deadly Lady Dragon Fury. Subscribe. Subscribe to her channel.
Smash her like button.
Mash her like button, oh dear. How innuendo-y. Oh, I see another player. He's in these orange buildings, 350.
With that one, I can't see beggar all.
Yeah, they're quite a ways away. Are you moving about? That's you moving about. That's all right then.
That's me moving about.
These bastardos.
50 kilograms of Lincoln cement.
Best cement. Well, actually, no, I'd say I prefer Nottingham cement.
Nottingham. You're getting some income in now.
Took some shots, couldn't connect, so had to relocate.
And let's not go down the hill. Let's skirt around the top.
Yeah. Just want to see if I can see these other dudes again that I was shooting at. Lost sight of them. Alright. Coming to you. Working my way back to you, babe.
With a burning something inside.
Burning ass crack. Coming in. It's almost pretty.
Nice view from up here.
Sound like the sniper from Team Fortress 2. Thanks for standing still, wanker. It's all the shooty, bangy, coming from over this way.
Shooty, shooty, bang, bang.
Be this villa over here, I suppose. But all happening inside the villa, I can't see anything. Oh yeah, I just saw an explosion. Yep, there's a player
I
there.
can see people in the distance.
They're down by that weird water hose thing.
That's that irrigation device, yeah.
I'm not going to get any shots from out here. I mean, I've only got like a 4x scope as well, so it's not that great, especially not from this distance. But the other reason, let's go back to the previous conversation, the other reason I was annoyed that my monitor hasn't come is because I really wanted to play Star Wars Squadrons, and the say the 4K telly I've got at the moment just cannot seem to show up in its native resolution. It just goes all weird, and it's done it to lots of other games as well, which is really starting to piss me off.
Yeah, you've had that quite a long time now, no, haven't you?
Yeah, there was another player. Stay still, little bastard. Stay still just 1 second. They never stay still. This is unfair. There you're right next to him. He's just gone in the building. That little piggy.
I see
Where are
one.
they? You can see another one. Good shot on him there, but not a headshot. Outside the fucking zone. Geronimo! I'm getting chunked. Chunked like get up. Run. Getting chunked like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ, almost died.
Blimey. You took a chunking there, chum.
Sloth loved it.
Sloth love chunk.
Hey you guys. Alright, so there's 2 players west.
Yeah, I see them dancing about. Scheiße. Oh, I'm fucked. Dead. Proper dead.
Ah, bugger. You know where that was?
Yeah, it's all in front of you. I think there's at least 3 different teams out there.
Alright, screw this then. I'm just gonna charge in. Get this over with. Run in, slah! Where are you all? Now I'm dead. Got me headshotted.